bull run is fundamentally different from past cycles. And there are tons of reasons why this is. I want to cover them and give you the 23 points I'll be following this trading season, as I have many lessons learned, and I want to share with you my 4 years of experience in the crypto markets. Now, there have been highs, there's been lows, there's been setbacks, there's been backstabbing, there's been drama. So I want to save you all of that, and I want to get to these fundamental 23 points of what you should do if you want to become a crypto investor, trader, or you're just interested in the markets and you want to learn more. This will be a great segue to your journey. It took me 4 years to learn this. The introduction of the BTC spot ETFs. They provide more experienced core crypto traders, and the prominence of the on-chain trenches have fundamentally changed the game. What this means is that you have the BlackRocks and all these other folks here, right? Well, this is Wall Street money, and they love the fuggery. With that being said, there is a lot of money to be made here, potentially more than any other cycle, but it requires one thing, folks, and that is discipline, a plan. Okay, folks? You must have discipline and you must execute your plan. The first point here is that you only buy tokens you believe in. If not, it's going to be incredibly hard to hold through the volatility when it goes back down to zero or negative 99%. And the temptation to rotate will be strong. Rotate means I'm gonna go from BTC to Ethereum, from Ethereum to BNB. And this is what wrecks most people in the bull run because, well, you may sell BTC too early, or in the case here, you may sell BTC for a loss, you rotate into Ethereum and it goes down, and you rotate into Doge. So you rotate 3 times, and each time you rotate for a loss. And there goes all your BTC gains. Build a strong thesis and stick to it. Number 2, and I cannot stress this enough, do your own research before you buy any coin. I don't care if you're spending $1, $10, $1 million. Do your own research first and then buy something. Do not get FOMO and just jump right in, and then because when you do that, you are increasing your chances of liquidating your monies. Ask me how I know. Actually, don't. You must invest in projects that you genuinely understand and it fits into your investment framework. Don't just take somebody's word for it. Do not take my word for it. Do not take X, Y, and Z's word for it. Please, for the love of God, do your own research. When you join someone, and these coins, they will have a team, a community, tokenomics, and these are all important things. So make sure you understand before you jump in. Number 3, before you buy any coin, refine your thesis. You want to define your technical and your fundamental validation and invalidation. What this means is that if you're doing technicals, right, zoom out. Maybe use a weekly chart here and see where the supports and the resistance are at, okay? Now, fundamentals. In the case of BTC here, Bitcoin, if you believe in Michael Saylor because he's buying tons of Bitcoins, right? El Salvador buying tons of Bitcoins, right? That means that as long as they continue buying Bitcoins, then you should and you shall remain bullish. Now, the moment Michael Saylor, El Salvador, they start dropping their Bitcoins and start selling it, your thesis is now invalidated. That means that there is new information that has come to the table, and you have to evaluate it and see how it affects your trading, how it affects your investment. Because this news here is quite impactful. And that is just one of many examples. You want to create a spreadsheet with research notes which you can refer back to. Please do not be lazy, okay? If you're lazy and you say, oh, I will remember everything, no, you will not. You will forget everything and you will think certain things, and then in reality, it totally wasn't the case because you just thought you knew something. For example, here, I have notes that I've created for this script here because I want to stay organized and I want to make sure I have something to refer back to so I don't just blah, 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 ramble, right? Number 4, pay extra attention to tokenomics. There are some amazing projects out there, okay? But if you have poorly designed tokenomics vesting schedules, then the token, the coin, will fail to perform because even though it was a great idea, the way it was executed, well, not so good. They fumbled the ball too many times, they lost the community's trust, and therefore, this is why tokenomics is super important because, for example here, right, there may be a buy tax, a sell tax, whatever, right? So if you want to buy on, say, PancakeSwap, for example, or Uniswap, and you're just buying, oh, I'll buy like, 10 Bitcoins here, right? And Bitcoin has no sales tax. But if you buy a degen coin, there usually is some sort of tax here in order to keep the project afloat. Now what happens if you want to sell here and your slippage is too low because you're not aware of what the actual tokenomics are? You put 0, for example, here, right? You sell, you go, ooh, error. You're like, why? You freak out. And then all of a sudden you just max it out and you sell it for a huge loss because you're front running everything else. Front running means that you're saying, hey, you know what? Give me the first sell or the first buy because I am willing to pay any tax. Instead of buying for $10, for example, you may be buying it for $15. And that is no bueno. Number 5, prioritize strong altcoins. They must have a strong narrative. And what does this mean? For example, Doge. You have Elon Musk and he loves Dogecoin, right? And then you have DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. Who would have ever thought that you would see the acronym Doge in the government? This means that as Elon Musk reigns in his tenure in the government office here, you're going to see Doge also get more exposure, and more exposure just increases the strength of the narrative. Most importantly, the cryptocurrency, it must have a strong price action. And what I mean by this is it doesn't just go up and then it's straight down. That is not strong price action. What that means is that somebody is using you as exit liquidity. You see that? You run away. Don't even look back. Don't worry about it. Just keep running. I guarantee you, I don't say this too often, but if you jump in there, you are more than likely to lose your ha-ha. So please don't do that. And of course, there are exceptions to the rule, but again, these exceptions are one in so many fallacies. Number 6, define your general strategy. What does this mean? Are you an investor or are you a trader? Investor is simply over 1 year holding. Trader is under 1 year of buying and selling, day trading, buying and selling all the time, rotating out here and there, here and there, here and there, trading in short time frames, whether it's 15 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour, all short time frames, all traders. Usually if you're an investor, you're trading on a monthly or weekly time frame. This means that you're going to catch the majority of the wave and you're going to be very chill about your investment. Now, if you're trading, you want to get in, you want to get out ASAP, and most importantly, you want to make profits. You also want to ask yourself, what percentage do I want to allocate to investing versus trading? Okay, folks, that's only a question you can answer because this is going to be your risk tolerance. If you're risk intolerant, then most likely you will have more investments than trading. Now, if you're a busy everyday worker 9 to 5, well, you're probably going to be more of an investor than a day trader because you're at, say, your job You can't be on a phone or the screen all day long watching that thing go up and down because, well, your job has your time. But these investments can get you one step closer to owning your own time. And my golly, that is the biggest win in your life. Owning your own time. Money is great, freedom's great, but owning your own time, that's simply the pinnacle of wealth in my opinion. The other question you want to ask yourself is, what do I want to dedicate to large caps versus small caps? Large caps are more investment based. Small caps are your, well, I'm going to get my 100x returns. I mean, yeah, more than likely or not. I mean, you have every now and then you see on X or YouTube, oh my God, I made $100 and $2 million. Yeah, those are far and few in between, okay? Don't fall into it because that creates a FOMO. And what happens when you jump in there, you're just gonna make them richer. Number 7, define your profit-taking strategy. All right, and this is one of the biggest mistakes people make. They do not know how to take profits. What they want to do is a big buy and a big sell. Well, in an ideal world, if you knew what the heck was going on and you're the creator of this coin or you have insider information, then yeah, you can probably do that. But for the vast majority of us, simply put, we don't have that access. So as soon as you enter a position, you want to start planning of when you exit that position, okay? What this means is that if you buy at say $1 Bitcoin here, if it goes to 110, are you selling 5% of your initial investment? Are you selling 10%? Have a plan and stick to it. Now what happens if you buy Bitcoin at $1 and then it goes to 80 cents? At what point are you gonna say, you know what? I'm just gonna nip in the bud and take a loss, right? This is where fundamentals and technical analysis come into play because these things give you a better idea, a better educated guess of what to do. But the key word here is guess, okay? All this does is makes you a better guesser. The only person that really knows is the big money because they have the money to influence whether it goes up or it goes down. Only they know. Everyone else, you're just guessing. What I would personally suggest is that everyone has a DCA, a dollar cost average, whether you go up or down. And what this means is that as you go up, you're taking some off the table here, okay? And now, yes, you're not gonna get maximum profits or maximum losses, but you know what they say right here, right? You never went broke taking profits. On the flip side, you did go broke or lose a big portion of your investment if you just hold and let it go to zero, okay? You gotta learn to jump out. Do not marry your bags. Number 8, don't over-rotate. Okay, in the initial video here, I started off with, you know what? Say you buy BTC, you rotate out to Ethereum, you rotate out to Dogecoin, right? Each time you rotate out, you're taking a loss. And those losses, they add up, okay? Do not over-rotate. I know it's tempting, but just be patient and have some discipline. And most importantly, execute your plan. If you do rotate, please do not do it on a whim. Do it based on strategy, based on some fundamental change, some new technical analysis, something to confirm your thesis. Don't do it because you're bored and say, man, I want to make a quick 1x today, right? Don't do that. It's not going to happen. What's going to happen is that you're going to lose money and you're going to get frustrated. Number 9, pay attention to the Bitcoin pairs. Now, why do you want to do this, folks? Simply put, because you're trying to outperform Bitcoin. Okay, folks? If you're able to do that, then you're doing good, and that is where you want to be at, okay? Number 10, do not over-diversify. I truly believe having 10 to 15 coins is pretty much all you need. Because if you have too many, then it's going to be very hard to be on top of it. This is why you want to make sure you're able to track your portfolio in a quick glance on your phone. If you have, say, 30 to 40 tokens, that's going to be quite unmanageable, because imagine trying to keep up with 30 to 40 different tokens and 30 to 40 different fundamental news. It's going to be a lot of tracking. It's going to be a full-time job. Now, if you're trading daily, okay, I would say it's possible. If you're investing, okay, you're probably going to lose on some and take losses and do some tax loss harvesting, but for the vast majority, I would say 80% into 10 to 15 coins. The other 20%, well, you can spray and pray, or you can do some degen gambling. And I think that's a fair amount of risk. Number 11, do not rely on price targets. Right now you're seeing price targets of Bitcoin, 150, 200, 300, $1 million, blah, blah, blah. Now, while this can happen, it's more likely that it will not happen. It's better to take profits as the crypto goes up over time than you wait for a big payout, because usually these big payouts, they don't come. Think of it as a slot machine at Vegas. You put your coin in, you put a slot, put your coin in, put a slot. 9 out of 10 times, you're not gonna win anything. And when you do win, it's gonna be a small payout. And the most important thing here is that do not try to time the exact top or the exact bottom, because you'll miss out on everything. This is why when you create a dollar cost average up or down, you're capturing the majority of the trade. Yeah, you aren't getting 100%, but 80% is pretty darn good in my opinion here. That extra 20%, is it really worth all that risk? If it is, then hey, you know what? By all means, right? You gotta do it. But from my experience, usually when you see a price target, it gets kind of close to there, and all of a sudden the coin melts. And since you're waiting for that price target, you missed out on all the gains. And now it's down 20% from where you were having your price target at. And now you're thinking, oh man, what should I do? Should I sell? Should I buy some more? Should I do some DCA? Then that invalidates your trade, and you start trading on emotion. You don't want to do that. You want this to be mechanical, and you want this to be very detached. Number 12, pay attention to the macro. Macro is like, oh, the Fed is lowering interest rates. Ooh, you're seeing USDC pumping in another $1.5 billion into the DeFi space. Things like that are usually a signal of a top or a bottom. If you see tons of M2, the money going into crypto, chances are you're gonna see it go up. If you see outflows, this means people are taking profits and they're going back to fiat so they can buy their Raris. Number 13, do not marry your bags. Okay, folks? If you look at any crypto chart, I don't care what it is, okay? The vast majority are usually down 90% from all-time highs. So if you held the whole time, it would have went up, and then all of a sudden it went all the way down, and now it goes sideways here. That's you, the sideways at 90% down. But the part when it went up and you didn't sell, well, everyone else who had a strategy, they were taking profits all along the way up, and then when it comes back down, I don't care. I took enough profits. Number 14, be realistic. Now, what does realistic mean? Okay, if you're trying to go for 20x, 100x, whatever, right? That's pretty outlandish. Is it possible? Sure. So is winning the lottery. Is it likely to happen? Not really. Have realistic expectations and you will make some profit. Number 15, understand rotations. Now this is hard to master and is mainly achieved through time in the market. But the more aware you are of new trends and rotations, the better you will be at positioning your portfolio. Cryptocurrency is an attention economy. Understand where it's flowing. A few weeks back, Tron was the biggest hit, right? So everyone was leaving. Ethereum, Solana, they were all flowing into Tron because of Sun, right? But now Tron is kind of like, whatever, TRX. I mean, they had their moment in the sun. It was nice. Everyone was bored, so they went there, played, and then they went up because everyone was rotating out of their other positions into there. Number 16, follow the trend. When the music is playing, you dance. When the music stops, you run, 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 and you do not look back. If the guy falls next to you, you keep running, okay? Unless he's your BFF, you keep running. Having the ability to recognize risk on or risk off. This is what will give you the edge in creating those profits or, well, the losses. Number 17, and I cannot emphasize this enough, manage your PTSD. This is especially applicable to folks like myself and everyone else in crypto in the last cycle. You lost your hoo-hoos, you're probably still down, so manage that risk. It's tempting to cheat at the first sign of green, but ironically, the most successful investors in the market are the ones that are able to hold through volatility. Basically HODL. But again, when you HODL, you don't just blindly HODL, right? You make sure your thesis is intact. You make sure your fundamentals, your technicals, they all are checked off. Number 18, utilize data providers such as DeFi Llama, etc. These give you a macro view of the markets. You can see inflows, outflows, help you get a better sense of what's going on. Yes, candles are cool, right? Green, red, up, down, left, right, totally cool. But seeing the actual money go in and out gives you even more perspective. Number 19, refine your daily routine. If your mind is scattered, your portfolio will most likely be scattered as well. Be purposeful of how you conduct your research daily. Number 20, pick a niche and become an expert. I highly recommend you digging deep into one of the verticals and being an expert so you can create an edge. It could be trading, it could be AI, memes, DeFi, news trading, all sorts of things. Number 21, refine your information sources. Don't watch 20 different YouTubers, follow 10 different traders, and subscribe to 5 different Discords, and then so many Telegrams, because every single one of these YouTubers, traders, Discord channels, etc., they all have their own unique styles, and they can confuse you. It can create more hurt than benefit, because you will have tons of information and it'll be scattered. It won't be unified. It won't be in the same line. It won't fit into the mold. Number 22, get more involved in the industry. It could be like me, be a content creator, become a developer, join a project, offering services, jump in to the crypto community, embrace it, learn it, live and breathe it. And if you do that, you will increase your chances of success. Number 23, join a community. Why is this important? Because when you join a community, you are joining a place of folks with like-minded ambitions. This means that you guys will be hunting together. When you hunt together, you have more brains, you have more minds, you have more eyes, you have more ears. You're able to disseminate information better because you have more resources at your disposal. This is why I created a community on X called Crypto Quarter Mile. Go ahead and join it, and I'll see you all there, because this is going to be the start of a journey, and this time, folks, is going to be amazing. I hope to see you all there making amazing profits. Follow me on X at HeyJohn12. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Shh.